Is infinite banking good for retirement? Thank you for watching Bright Horizon Wealth. We teach entrepreneurs and go-getters like you how to own their financial future with the concept of infinite banking. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every Tuesday and Thursday we come out with brand new videos. Are you 100% sure you're going to have a great retirement, or do you have some doubts? So, to get started, if you ask me, can I use infinite banking for retirement? The answer is yes, through a whole life insurance policy. Now, for the sake of simplicity, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison in between infinite banking and a Roth IRA. Ben Franklin used to say that when you put both the subjects together side by side and look at it simultaneously, it becomes much easier to comprehend the subject matter. So, what we're going to do now is make two columns. On the left-hand side, we've got infinite banking, and on our right, we have a Roth IRA. So, here you go. Infinite banking deals with cash value whole life insurance, whereas we all know that a Roth IRA is an investment vehicle geared towards retirement. Something to note is that both of them have some of the characteristics which are similar to each other, like you open an infinite banking account with after-tax dollars. Also, you open a Roth IRA account with your after-tax dollars. But there are also some big differences in benefits in between them. For example, a Roth IRA does not have any death benefit, but a whole life policy gives you a guaranteed death benefit. So, if you think of your whole life insurance policy as a Roth IRA, you can call it a Roth IRA with the death benefit. Generally speaking, infinite banking is protected from creditors, and so is a Roth IRA, depending on which state you live in. Whole life policies invest their money in the market very conservatively. In fact, don't be surprised if you see that a life insurance company is investing almost 95% of their money into bonds, which makes them ultra safe. If you Google it, you'll find that big corporations and big banks keep a big chunk of their money inside insurance companies for the sake of security. On the other hand, your Roth IRA money is invested all over the place in things like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, etc., which gives you a chance to make a lot of money, but also it makes you vulnerable to the point that you can lose the shirt off of your back if the market goes down. Your whole life policy always has a guaranteed growth with a 4% compounded guaranteed interest. On the other hand, your Roth IRA has no guaranteed growth. It is always exposed to market fluctuations. In other words, it is a roller coaster ride. Your whole life policy is kind of a recession-proof product where it keeps up with what is going on within our economy. On the other hand, those people who had their money in Roth IRAs, what happened not too long ago? Remember the Great Recession of 2008? We've seen firsthand how that resulted in wiping out the financial future of so many families. So once again, your whole life policy grows irrespective of how our economy does. Once again, the whole life policy is kind of a risk-proof product, whereas in a Roth IRA, there's always a risk factor involved. Again, there's a similarity in both of them. In infinite banking, your money grows at 4% tax-free, as in a Roth IRA. Here, also your money grows tax-free. The only difference is that you don't know how much you will have available at a certain point inside a Roth IRA account. In an infinite banking account, there's always a tax-free loan available. In a Roth IRA account, there's no such provision. Inside infinite banking, the tax-free loan that you take out, you can turn around and use as a retirement income. Inside a Roth IRA, things are different. In an infinite banking account, your deposits are not limited to the government laws. How much money you can put in here is decided by you. In an IRA account, your deductions are always limited, subject to investment laws and regulations. You can't talk about retirement without talking about taxes. Now, we're not tax professionals, so refer to your tax specialist when it comes to taxes. With a Roth IRA, as your family shrinks, so does your deductions. So in a Roth IRA account, when your children are grown, they have their own children and you have less deductions, and infinite banking is not applicable. For a Roth IRA, towards the end of your mortgage for your home, either you have less mortgage or no mortgage. So you are paying less interest, which once again enables you to get less deductions for your taxes. Inside infinite banking, it's not applicable. Inside a Roth IRA, when people work in the later life, that puts them into a higher tax bracket, but not applicable inside infinite banking. In the right column, say if you have some other traditional IRA, like a 401k or traditional tax-deferred IRA. In your retirement, they put you in a higher tax bracket when you start taking money out of it in the form of an RMD, which is known as Required Minimum Distribution, but it's not applicable in infinite banking. And lastly, inside an infinite banking account, there are no income or estate taxes on inheritance. But inside the Roth IRA, an inheritance always comes with estate taxes. A Roth IRA passes to heirs income tax-free, but subject to any possible estate taxes. The cash value of a whole life insurance policy disappears when you die, and your heirs are paid the death benefit without having to pay income or estate taxes on it. A lot of people run into it because we're just not taught these things, right? So make sure that you consult with your tax professional and understand your options. The purpose of this video is just information only, just so that you can make sure that you have the information that you need to take it to a professional and start asking some serious questions and things to think about. That's about it for today. See you again in our next video. Thank you for watching the video, and we hope that this information was helpful. To summarize today's video, we talked about, is infinite banking good for retirement? And the answer is yes. It complements your retirement in a great way by adding extra income dollars every month in your golden years, and they are tax-free. Also, if you're worried about paying your debts and creating a source of perpetual passive income, we have a free book called Infinite Banking Secrets, where we share different ideas on how you can utilize your whole life insurance policy to achieve your financial freedom. So check out the link below and visit our masterclass. If you like this video, let us know by liking it and leaving a comment for us. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And hit the notifications bell so that you're notified when we upload new videos. And finally, make sure you own your tomorrow by converting your liabilities into assets.